Okay. All right. So we had our observation the other day, and so I wanted to do our reflection about it and see how you think the lesson went and everything. So thinking about your observation, how do you think everything went?
I think it went well. It wasn't a lesson initially that I felt like was like ready to go and that I wanted you to see because it was super polished. It was, I wanted feedback. And so I feel like it went well. Definitely the next time I do that, I want to change some things.
Okay.
Like we had talked about, maybe like adding something after the fact, like a writing element, or having them maybe present somehow. And then we also talked about engagement, that majority of the kids were engaged, but finding a way where all of the students are able to have access to the Padlet and be working at the same time.
Right. I like that you brought that up because my next question was going to be, what did you notice about the students? So as far as engagement, I hear you saying like you want to have a way to make sure that they're all engaged.
Because I think they all wanted to be engaged, but since they were working as a group and only one of them could be typing at a time, it left some kids kind of off to the side, not able to participate.
Right.
I tried with giving them the collaborative roles.
Yes.
And giving them each a job.
Yes.
But then for some of them, it's like if their job was just to watch the time, then they kind of opted out of helping with anything else.
Right. And so that it wasn't enough to get them more in part of the lesson, I guess, or more engaged in it. So for the students that were more engaged, what was some of the evidence that you saw from those students, like the evidence to let you know that they were learning and they were understanding what you wanted them to learn from that unit or that chapter 5?
As I was circulating, I could hear them talking about what they were reading, or using the vocab terms.
Nice.
I could see them in their book. Some of the students were highlighting.
Ooh, that's good. And the highlighting, was that something that you had told them about ahead of time, or did they come up with that on their own?
No, they came up with that.
That's awesome. I love that. Talking about what they were reading, highlighting. Awesome. How did the Padlet turn out as far as how did what occurred on the Padlet compare to what you had intended? Like as far as the criteria and what you wanted them to do, do you feel like that?
I feel like they were headed there, but they just didn't have enough time to complete it.
Okay.
It wasn't enough time to complete. And then also, I felt like they were getting more, they were getting louder and starting to move around the room. So I didn't necessarily want to give them more time to finish it.
Right.
But I still, when I looked at the Padlet, they were meeting the criteria. I didn't see anybody post anything that was completely off task. They weren't trying to be funny. They were trying to follow the criteria that I set.
Excellent. So the two, I know part of the criteria was the 2 interesting facts. Those were all facts that they had learned about or that they found in the chapter and in their section and everything.
Yes.
Awesome. So I know you kind of mentioned this earlier. One of the questions is, what will you do as a follow-up to this lesson? I know that you said something about doing a writing activity or something to do with presenting. Have you thought any more about specifically what you'll do with that, or are you just kind of still feeling it out a little bit?
I did think about it. I was thinking about how now that we've done it twice, whole group, that could be something I can assign to my students who are early finishers, maybe something they could do on their own. I'd like it if they could make their own Padlet. They love working on the Padlets and they like working as groups, but sometimes it doesn't feel like the best delivery for the lesson.
Right. So if you were going to do a follow-up activity for the early finishers, like you said, would it be something only with technology, or it could be either or, technology or written, or you still kind of processing?
I think that it'd be kind of cool to give them a choice. Maybe they could do notes, we've done Cornell style notes, or they could make a Padlet, or maybe they can make use a thinking map, give them I like the idea of giving them a choice for their notes.
I like that too. The other day when we were talking right after the observation, you had said something about maybe well, I still say PowerPoint, but like a slideshow, you know, because I know that you've done that with some of the other activities and had them make slides according to what they were learning and put a picture and a fact or whatever. So that might be cool too. Well, awesome. We're at 5 minutes. Yay! Okay.